At my retirement dinner, my daughter stood up and told everyone that I only survived because of her. Her friends laughed. A week later, she called asking me to co sign her house loan. I replied with one sentence that made her cry for days. My name is Catherine, but everyone calls me Kathy. I'm sitting here in my quiet apartment, and before I share what happened, I'd like to know where you're watching from. Please drop your city or state in the comments. I love knowing I'm not alone in this. I spent 37 years as a registered nurse at Memorial Hospital. That's 37 years of double shifts, holiday rotations, and coming home with my feet aching and my back in pain. I worked in the ICU where every decision mattered and every second counted. I held the hands of dying patients when their families couldn't arrive in time. I celebrated with families when their loved ones pulled through against all odds. I missed countless school plays, soccer games, and parent teacher conferences because someone's mother, child, or husband needed me to stay just a little longer. I remember one Christmas Eve when Ashley was 12. She had made a gingerbread house at school, intricately decorated with candy canes and gumdrops, and she was so proud of it. She wanted to share it with me over hot chocolate and Christmas movies, but the hospital called at 4 in the afternoon. They were understaffed and had 3 critical patients coming in from a highway accident. I had to go. By the time I got home at 11 that night, Ashley had gone to bed. The gingerbread house sat on the kitchen counter with a note. "Mom, I waited, but you didn't come. Merry Christmas, I guess." I cried in that kitchen, still in my scrubs, my feet throbbing and my heart breaking. But the next morning, I was up at 6 to make her favorite breakfast, chocolate chip pancakes. She forgave me because that's what kids do. They forgive, they adapt, they learn to expect disappointment and call it normal. Or at least I thought she'd forgiven me. Maybe she just filed it away with all the other times I wasn't there, building a case against me that would explode 30 years later at a retirement dinner. My daughter Ashley grew up in that world. She knew that when the phone rang at 3 a.m., Mom was going out the door. She understood that Christmas morning might start at noon instead of sunrise because I'd pulled a night shift. She knew that sometimes dinner was whatever she could microwave because I was too exhausted to cook after a 12-hour day of keeping people alive. Did I wish I could have been there more every single day? Yes, but after my husband died when Ashley was 6, a sudden heart attack at 42 that gave us no warning, no goodbye, I became the sole provider.